Well, here I am at the Ducati shop. I'll swing you around in a second. There it is right behind me. So I'm here at the Ducati dealership here at Essendon Airport, and I'm going to go for a test ride on the new Ducati DesertX. So I'm really excited, can't wait. It's a bloody beautiful bike. Anyway, let's take you in. So here's the dealership here. They do sell prestige cars, as a sideline here as well. So if you want, want a flash car, but so I'll take you in. Here is the bike right here. So this is the one we're going to take for a test ride, and there's our salesman there going, and so here's the dealership through here. You've got all your multi-stratas and all your other various Ducatis on display as well, which I'll do a video, come back and do a video on these as well. The scramblers over here, they look pretty cool. But this is the bike today. Have a look at that. That is one cool looking bike. Very Dakar orientated, much like the T700. In my eye, this bike looks cool. So, that's what it's all about. If you come in to buy a motorbike, you want it to look cool. And I think Ducati have really nailed it with this. Absolutely love the look of it. Very T700 like. It looks like a T700 with a Gucci suit on. So both Yamaha and Ducati have really, gone the Dakar style look and the old look too, with these dual headlights. It's a 937 cc, displacement engine, and this engine's out of Strata and also the Ducati Monster. And it delivers 110 horsepower, which is absolutely massive. Figures say here the Africa Twins, got 102 horsepower. Well, this is 110, so that's just nuts. The poor old T700's got 73 horsepower, which I think is oodles for an adventure bike. But to 110, that's pretty amazing. Brembo's front and rear, as you can see. There's twin rotors up the front, and they're 320mm. T700s 282mm, so these are slightly bigger than the T700s, which probably need a bit more braking power with something like this. And there's the rear Brembo as well. The rear Brembo is a 265mm rotor on that. The T700's 245. The suspension on this, up the front, you've got like 46mm upside down forks. So the T700s, comparing that, they've only got 43. Some fairly good legs that they got on this bike. And they're the KYB, fully adjustable suspension, front and rear. So that's pretty cool, and there's a rear shock in there. There's the adjuster there. Again, the tubeless tyres, the cross-lace spokes there. The fuel tank on this thing is a 21 litre tank, which should get you, probably around about 350k or something like that. And it does have an optional rear tank that you can buy for this as well. So I think that gives you probably another 2 gallons, I think they say. So that's maybe another 10 litres, or 9 litres. All up, you might have about 30 litres of fuel you could carry, which would give you a range of about 500 kilometres, I suppose. Now, interestingly enough, the seat height on this is 875mm. The T700 is 880, so it's actually 5mm lower than the T700, and like the T700, you can get a low seat option as well. You also get the ground clearances slightly better than the T700 as well. It's 250mm, the T700's 240. Beautiful seat on here, love the seat. A little bit of a lip there for you to your butt to sit in, so I'm sure it's pretty much like the Norden in a way. So I'm sure that will be very, very comfortable. Nice little grab handle here. You know, the bike's running the standard Scorpion Rally STR. You know, you notice they don't have a you know, little side cover here. It's all just open. You know, it was one of the things I noticed, you know, comparing it to the T700. Tail looks really cool. Nice little LED blinkers, tail light there. All looks really good. You know, this looks a little bit vulnerable, but I'm sure, you know, there'll be aftermarket stuff with that. You know, we'll go down here and look at, you know, fairly heavy duty sort of linkage and gear selector here. Nice rubber inserts. Also on the pillion passenger there. So yeah, looking at the seat there, it all looks really good. You've got DesertX embossed on the seat there. Not sure whether, I don't think it's a heated seat at all. Let's straighten this bad boy up. Over on the left hand side here, yeah, obviously hazards there on the front would be, you know, the high beam flash. Looks like, you know, you can turn the ABS on and off, I'm assuming, with that button there. And here is, you know, your mode selected. There's 6 rider modes with this bike. There's your cruise control there, your blinker, and these are self-cancelling blinkers, which is really good. So over here is the light switch, and just when you turn the bike on, it's just showing up the LEDs around there. And then I'm just pushing the light switch now, which, yeah, basically turns those outer ones on. And then the middle one's in between, you know, inside the circles of the high beam. And that's activated by this switch over here. So pushing it forward will turn them on, or you've just got the flasher there. So I'll just bang the flasher and you'll see the lights come on. Or if I just pull that switch forward, it turns the high beams on. So yeah, that's that switch there. This one, that one right there. And then you can see on the dash, there's high beam, the blue high beam. And I'll just turn that off. And so it just goes back to the, saying the lights are on. And then if we go over here and hit that switch there, you'll see light switch go out. Cool. Okay guys, I'll just show you the main brake lever here. And how cool is this? You can just rotate that around, and it you know, just raises or lowers the height of your brake pedal there just by doing that. So that's you can sort of see here the difference where it's lower or higher. It's brilliant. Okay guys, just having a look underneath the bike here as well. You can see this is part of the exhaust, so that could be vulnerable. You might want a bash plate that. So there's the bash plate there. Yeah, but that might need some protection back there. That could be vulnerable. That. And another interesting thing here, you can see the chain at the top here sort of feeds through the swing arm. You can sort of see the swing arm there in 2 sections. So there's the bottom of the chain down there. And the top of the chain sort of comes basically through the swing arm. Okay, so just looking on the right and left hand side, just, you know, without crash bars, the right hand side here looks pretty good. I don't think you'd get to damage anything. It doesn't seem to be, you know, there's a little bit of a cover over that. But this sort of side is fairly protected when you look at it. Nothing really there. Come over this side. Yeah, and this is, you know, probably your water pump here. So this is a little bit vulnerable, isn't it? So you'd want some sort of protection there, you reckon? Because if you have a look at that, like, I know the tank sort of sticks out, so if it did lay on its side, yeah, this here could be vulnerable. But that's about the only thing. The rest of it looks pretty good. But definitely I reckon you'd want some sort of protection in this area here. Yeah, so just looking at the fuel cap here being on the right hand side, so as the bike's seated here, it's sort of the higher position for the fuel, so this is a pretty good fuel filler point. Yeah, okay, so to get the fuel cap off, just flip that up, turn the key, opens it up, away you go. And it's just simply push it down, pull the key out, very simple. So yeah, we're just turning this on here, you can see the display. Cool display, it's in sport mode at the moment. Side stands down, you can see all the info there, the different settings. It's the fuel. So then over here, we'll just go into the right one, select. Rider mode, so I'll select again. Sport, I'll select that again, and then you can just select the power. Oh yep, so there's all the modes there. So you can change the modes there. If I go back, again there's all the values there. Back to that, urban, have a look at that. So yeah, it's all really easy, and yeah, like you say, you can just change stuff there. Info mode, let's have a look. Sport, back, okay, where are we? Touring. So yeah, it's a really good display. Back there, go up to wet. There we go, look at that. So again, just flipping through that. So I hope that gives you a good look at, you know, the ease of operation of this screen. And it's all just using this 3-position switch here, which is really good. Let's go up, power, back, and then enduro mode. So it's, you know, got a low power setting. ABS is on 2, so yeah, you can see all that. Okay guys, I'll just give you a look at the removal of the seat. Now just on this side, right, just tucked up in there, you can see, you just push the key in there, and then you just turn it, and then a little bit hard, but you just pop the front, I'll just grab that. So yeah, just push it up like that, and you can get the seat off. It gives you a look at the battery and the relays. Looks like, oh yeah, looks like just spare locks in there, but there's the fuses in there, and the pillion seat is just bolted on the back there, so I'm not sure what's underneath that. Just put those locks back in there. You've got your steering dampener here, fully adjustable front forks. Get the camera around there. The bars, the handlebars look actually very similar to the T700s as well. And then this screen here, again, nice and wide down the bottom. Your round mirrors. Again, this will be, you know, your kill switch and your start switch. And over the front there, looks like it's heated grips. I'll take you up the front. So yeah, around the front, that to me says heated grips. So yeah, you've just got the basic plastic guards on these as standard. So nice set of bark busters on there will fix that. Another thing I wanted to show you too. It's around here. There's a actual USB, if I can get the camera in there. An actual USB port. How cool is that? It's not hard, is it? Again, it's got adjustable levers here as well, so that's pretty cool. You know, both levers are adjustable. does have some sort of security mode on it. And yeah, you know, the striping, the DesertX striping down here, you know, that's just great. It's not over the top, nothing's over the top. It's nice and subtle. Again, look at that. Look at the headlights on this thing. That is just cool. That is just so, it just really speaks old school Dakar, which, you know, with these new LED lights on it, looks fantastic. You know, the white front guard looks really cool. It's a beautiful looking bike, so I'll be very interested to see, you know, how she rides. Okay guys, so here's, you know, from their brochure, here's a bit of a look of, you know, the hard panniers that they've got there. That's the only shot they've got. And also, you know, here's the auxiliary fuel tank as well. So you can see the side view of that. So yeah, it looks like it's got one filler point there, which is nice and big. Looks like the same size as the main tank. So yeah, that would, yeah, like I reckon give you a range of 500k or so, something like that. So that'd be pretty cool. But you just have to remember, yeah, that, you know, with panniers, you know, do these panniers fit around that fuel tank? I don't know. Have to find out. Or, you know, the aftermarket boys, I'm sure, will be building pannier racks that will go around that. You know, as long as you can get access to that fuel to refill it, that'd be good. But that's a great option. Fantastic. Well done, Ducati, with that one. The service, you know, you get 24 months unlimited mileage warranty, 15,000k service intervals, and 30,000 for the you know, the valve clearance there. That's their main brochure there. You know, nice glossy photo of their brochure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, getting some airtime as well. Dream Wilder, that's what the brochure says. So yeah, so like I said, there's the animal over there. We'll be on that very, very shortly. Again, looking over this, it's, you know, it's saying here the accessories. So you can get a tank bag, you can get a lower seat, you can get a rally seat. Okay, auxiliary tank, aluminium panniers, top case, waterproof soft bags, license plate holder. You can get a, you know, upgraded exhaust system, looks like, and a centre stand. You can even get a, you know, upgraded sump guard, crash bars, fog lights, low suspension kit. There you go. You can get that as well. And tank adhesive protectors, headlight protection, grid cool. I might be able to get a different windshield. And yeah, you must be able to get some sort of software upgrades as well, you know, for the navigation. Off-road handguard, so an upgrade to those plastic ones that are on it at the moment, and heated grips. The graphic of the different ride modes is rally, enduro, sport, touring, urban and wet. They're all the modes. 6 modes you can flip through, and that gives you a look at the different settings that they've got. You know, full power on the rally, and then there's medium, full, high, low and high on these different settings. All this is adjustable as well. You can dial them into how you want them. Apparently, and they're all changeable on the fly, I'm told, so much like the Norden as well. Don't have to stop and do changes. You can all just change all this on the fly, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, you get the 410 horsepower on the rally mode, and it drops back to 75 horsepower on the enduro and urban settings. But like I say, that can be all changed by yourself to suit your needs. So yeah, here's an interesting graphic as well. So the DesertX here in Australia costs 24,700 right away. So yeah, you know, like it's comparable. You know, the KTM's are 25,000. The Nordens, you know, 25,000. The Teneray's 19.5. You know, your Africa Twins are, you know, anywhere between 24, 28, that sort of area. The Touareg Aprilia is 22. And the the Tiger and the BMW, you know, floating around the $25,000 mark. So, you know, price wise, yeah, it's on the money as well, comparable to all those bikes. Just want to give you a look at the Ducati, you know, adventure gear here. This looks pretty smick as well. Look at that. Cool looking helmet. Very cool jacket. Love these pockets here. Yeah. Very nice. So here's all your multi-stratas all through here. huge selection. Okay, so he's just wheeling the bike out now. So I'll just grab my gear and we'll go and take this bad boy for a ride. So yeah, come in if you want a Ducati. Pretty good dealership in here. Lots of stuff, lots of merch. Okay guys, so we're just watching this fire up. That looks pretty cool. And it looks like she's ready to go. It's in neutral. Let's have a listen to the sound of this thing. So, what do? We just so yeah, it's not bad. It sounds okay. You know, it's not loud. Obviously, it can't be too loud. Yeah, it's all right. All right, guys, here we go. So I'll just get on this bike. And as I said, you know, I'm just on my tippy toes. And very, very similar to the T700 as far as that goes. Yes, it's really well balanced. I'm looking at trying to get my head around the screen. What I'm looking at here, it's nearly got a full tank of fuel. It's not full, but nearly. So that'll give me a little bit of an indication of the weight involved. And we'll just get out of this airport. Yeah, so straight up, it's great. It just feels great. There's no, you know, nothing noticeable at this stage. Only been on it a minute or so. Not a lot in it between this and the T700 as far as initial feel goes. Probably a little bit more balance. Maybe. There's the control tower here at Essendon Airport. And you can see the city out there on the horizon. A little bit of aviation crap for you. So yeah, we'll get out, we'll ride up the freeway up towards the main Melbourne airport, and we'll turn around and come back. So I'll just stand up as we go over these couple of these speed humps. Yeah, like ergonomically, it's just great, really good. Again, compare it to the T700 or even the Norden. Yeah, just great. No problems there. You can stand up on the pegs on this all day long, no worries. Very comfortable. Taller riders may need bar risers, you know. I'm only 5'10", not a tall bloke, but yeah, very comfortable. Happy with that. Mirrors are good. Like I've said before, I don't like, you know, my personal preference is not round mirrors, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, as long as they, you know, work, they're functional, that's the main thing. But like this would easily do, you know, this will easily do, you know, your commuting work, highway work, touring work. So again, yeah, just a really good bike. So far, no complaints. The gearbox feels a little bit clunky, I reckon. Yeah, beautiful display. Yeah, that's great. I like the speedo, how it's an analog, the tacho on this thing, how it's an analog reading. That's great. Yeah, so we can go up to 100 kilometres an hour now. Yeah, just nice and smooth. Absolutely no vibration through the handlebars at all. There's a little bit of vibration through the seat. Gosh, I think they've just pulled it straight off the Norden. It's very, very similar to the Norden. It's very comfortable, just the right, foam cushioning in it. That little lip at the back of the seat's great. You can just sit and plant your bum there. Like I said, on the accessories, you can get a rally seat, so I'm assuming that's just a nice flat seat if you want it. Yeah, so ergonomically it's great. The other thing I wanted to, sort of take notice of is with the T700, I get a lot of wind noise with that setup and my helmet. This to me seems very similar. Still seems to be getting a bit of buffering each side, and the height and shape of this, fairing is very, very similar to the T700s. So that's just me. When I stand up on the pegs, it's a little, the wind buffering is a lot less because I'm up in the clean air. But yeah, down here I'm noticing where that buffering is. And again, if I put my hand up, the top of it's going over the top of my head, but the sides are just flicking past, just outside my helmet. So maybe a little bit better than the T700, but yeah, that's my thoughts. Let's check out this cruise control. If I turn it on, oh yeah, it's come on. Watch this car in front of me, and then set. There we go. And then if I just push up, yeah, beautiful. So let's have a play with the mode. So I'll just go to the right, basically a 3-position button. Oh yeah, there's urban. If I push down to sport and then push set, so yeah, now it's in sport, it's flashing sport. So if I turn off, so I've just turned off the cruise control, let's drop it back a gear. Yeah, it feels like it's got some go. I'll just drop it down a little bit. Just drop it down a couple of gears. And then let's just... Wow. Yeah, that's got a beautiful delivery of power. Wow, I'm hardly even moving the throttle either. Just like about a 1/4 of an inch turn, and it just wants to go. So yeah, that's great. I love it. Loving the screen. This is, yeah, they've done a really good job with that. Man, I tell you what, for 25 grand, you're getting a beautiful bike with this. Let's have another play with this. If I go into mode, hang on, mode. So sports, urban. So it even tells you your settings down below, which are really easy to read as well. I like that. Yeah, this is a better setup, I think, than the Nord 901. Touring. Yeah, so urban gives you a medium power setting. Touring gives you a high power setting. Wet's a medium power setting. Enduro's got a low power setting. And rally, you get full power as well. So let's just go back to enduro, and I'll select that. And close throttle, it's saying. Okay, so just wanting you to close the throttle, and now it's in enduro mode. Oh, yeah, okay, it's a different sort of readout too. You can see the tacho is going straight across there. But, yeah, standing up, just putting my weight on the pegs. It's really planted, very solid. The suspension, look, you know, I can only judge it by riding on the road. It feels a little bit firm, which is probably okay. But it's, again, it's fully adjustable, so you can sort of dial it in to what you prefer. Maybe set up, you know, for a little bit more off-roady at the moment. A lot of showers of rain out there, so I'll be pretty lucky. I think I'll be able to get this ride done and dusted without raining. But yeah, you know, and these STR tyres that are on this thing, they're just a great touring tyre. I'll have to stop up here, get out and have a look at the headlights. Just zip around this car here. Across this bridge. We'll stop just on the other side of this bridge. Yep. This guy should have given way to us there. Okay, he's coming across. So yeah, right here. Just turn him around. Turn it around here. Okay guys, just took some photos and we'll just bring the bike back now. Just up on the pegs here. It's a nice old bridge this actually. A lot of water going through the creek today. We've had a lot of rain last night. Look at that. A lot of water. Okay, so I'll just go into another mode now. Enduro Rally, wet. Go wet mode, so it's saying medium power. Wheelie control set to 4, traction control set to 8. So if I set that, close the throttle, and okay, and yeah, it's saying I'm in wet mode now. That's pretty good. It's got a little color coded as well. Yeah, it feels a little bit more subtle. Yeah, definitely hasn't got the punch. So yeah, great. Like I say, I'm not a big one for all this electronic stuff. I like the T700 for its simplicity, but like the Norden, because this is so simple to operate, it makes it so much easier to use, and it'll be all just second nature in no time, running these different modes, and probably adds something to your ride. You can fiddle around with different settings, just on the fly, just off the controls here. So yeah, I think you'd miss it once you've had these luxuries. You would miss it if you went back. So well done, Ducati, man. You've really hit the nail on the head with this bike. You've done a great job. It's like I keep saying too, guys, get out and test ride these bikes. And then you'll know whether it's right for you. But this bike is just like a T700 on steroids, really. It's got a lot more oomph, which you would expect. Now I'll just check out these self-cancelling indicators. So I'll put the indicator on. And it's on, which is good. And it's up high, right in your sort of line of sight too, nice and bright. The flashing indicator there, so that's a good thing. So I'm not going to touch the indicator at all, and we'll just see if it switches off. There you go, turned off itself. How good is that? Yeah, the brakes are really good too. Probably still bedding in. So this thing's only done 150 kilometres now. There we go. I just held it up for a few seconds. Wet mode, touring, let's go into that. Just close the throttle. Now we're in touring mode. Yeah, it's certainly got a bit more poke than wet mode, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, a lot more punch. Yeah, it's great. Like I said, once you've had this bike for a little while, you get your head around all that electronics really quickly, and you'll be really happy with it. It's great. You just ride along, change it on the fly, grab what setting you want, and it's keeping you relatively safe as well, which is a good thing. That's what it's all about. Trying to keep the rider just a little bit safer. I'll just get across here. Okay, well look, I hope you enjoyed this first little ride on the bike. Like I say, it's disappointing I can't get it on the dirt today, but maybe down the track I'll be able to do that. But today it was just a half an hour ride, and just first impression. So first up, I'm really happy with this bike. Beautiful bike. They've done really well. Can't really fault it. Oodles of power, handles great, feels great, ergonomics are great. You've got the swag of accessories you can get for this bike. That was interesting how when I went under the tunnel, the screen changed then with a different light setting. So it's got a good light sensor on it to adjust the brightness. That's pretty cool. So very, very tricky, and that's where the money goes. All this fancy stuff. That's where all the extra money goes, and. One of the biggest things about this bike is I think it looks great, and that's the starting point. It's going to catch the buyer's eye. Someone's going to come along and go, oh man, look at that bike, that looks great. Just coming into Essendon Fields now, into the Essendon Airport. Yeah, so they'll look at this bike, that's great, and look further, and man oh man, go for a ride on it, you'll be probably handing over your money, I'm sure. So, just a beautiful, beautiful bike. Again, I'll just stand up on the pegs. Just flick it side to side, no worries. So if anyone's in Melbourne or the surrounding area, particularly in the northern suburbs or northern area of Melbourne, come down to Essendon Airport. This is where the Ducati dealership is. Speak to the guys down here and hopefully get a test ride on this thing. See for yourself what you think. Yeah, so Paul Pelters, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've absolutely loved riding this bike. I'll just park it next to the T700.